Someone this week asked, how do you make text visible? In their Snowman project, they had a sign with some text, and I wanted to quickly show a way that you could make that text visible. I am assuming that the text that was created was from the create text box. So if we go and create text and reset our settings, this is the text that's going to show up, and this is the font that will be used. I'm going to grab an impact. Alright, okay. When you create it, well, it's in your scene, and you go to render, and it's not there. That's because these are curves. If you remember us playing with curves before, they do not render. So to make them render, we're going to have to attach something from them or else extrude them. In this tutorial, I'm not going to show you the extrude or bevel. I'm just going to show you how you can apply a special stroke to these curves. And you do that with something called Paint Effects. Paint Effects is a system in Maya that allows you to create something like geometry, but it's a bit different than your traditional polygonal mesh. You can do some really cool things with it, and but in this case we're just going to use one small thing in there to go around the path of these curves. So what we do is we go into the Paint Effects menu, which you have a Paint Effects tab, and also if you go into the Rendering tab here, there is a Paint Effects menu setup here. So first thing we need to do is select a brush. Paint Effects has lots of different brushes, and I'm just going to grab a glow, a blue, let's go orange neon glow. You just select it. I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to select my text. I may need to select it again. There we go. And go and in my Paint Effects, go to Curve Utilities and attach brush to curves. And as we do that, it doesn't look that impressive on the screen right now, but if you go and render it, you'll see that brush follows those paths around. Now this paint effect can be manipulated, and the way you select that is you go sorry, I need to get out of the Paint Effects tool. Select all the paint effects and go into the attribute editor and go to the neon orange shape. Now I want to show you something, that when I start manipulating something, it's only going to manipulate one of those curves, which is not what we want. In order to manipulate all of the effects on all of the curves, we're going to have to first go to our Paint Effects menu with all of them selected and say Share One Brush. Because what's happened, and I click that, doesn't look like it does anything, but it's in Share One Brush mode. What happens is each curve got a different version of this neon orange, and I might be tweaking with this one. This was number 11, and this one may have been number 7, and so, but now they're all using neon orange 11. So now when I begin to make different tweaks with the attributes, now it's a little thinner. So there's brush width, there's shading. You can change the color. I'm going to go down here to glow. That's what's making it look orange, and we can increase the glow amount and kind of see what happens. There is also a glow spread, which we can take to to a higher number, and we should start seeing some, kind of look more like a neon light. That may be too much. There's shader glow. There's a couple things in here if you're wanting to make a neon sign look. I don't know what the perfect balance is, but that will. There you go. These attributes, if you right-click, you can set a key. So you could animate this attribute. You could have your sign blinking by taking the probably the color down to black, or taking the glow down to nothing, I think would also. Anyway, if you're interested, play around with that. But that's how you would get your curves from the text tool to actually render. Now, Paint Effects does render in the software renderer, so you should be able to use this in your project. Hope that helps.